now, 3 restraining orders against the Baraboo athletic director dropped this morning, the latest in that homecoming case.
And reality check. We're looking into the attack ads on Governor Evers' record on parole and how it works in the state of Wisconsin.
Did somebody say warm up? We are watching one. Wind chills this morning, nowhere near as bad as they were yesterday.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning on this Friday Eve. I'm Josh Breiter.
And I'm Leah Linscheid. Temperatures in the 30s on that map, but we are looking at beach weather right now. Is this a live look at Madison?
It might as well be.
Lake Mendota.
I was going to say it's leaked footage into Madison on Saturday.
Oh, it froze on us.
It froze on us.
That's perfect. It's time to put on the bikini. Plenty of time for a quick outfit change because it is swim trunks weather, boys.
Or at least it will be.
Yes.
It will be for someone. I'm sure someone's going to be in like shorts and a tank, and they're just
70s?
like, oh, it's warm.
Better believe it.
My big question, a break for my furnace this weekend. I've had to have it on a little bit. Can I turn it off for a couple of days?
You turned your furnace on?
I did.
I'm kidding. I turned mine on a long time ago.
I let it get to 59 degrees in the house, and I said, all right, I've had it. I've got to give in. You know, I try to, because we know, obviously, it's going to be running for the next 6 or 7 months, so I try to make it as long as I can. But then there's a point where this is ridiculous.
It's blustery. It was blustery this week.
It has been, and I'll tell you, I didn't even do that. I got to like 64, and I was like, nope.
No.
That's
I was like, let's turn it off. Yes, you can give your furnace a break this weekend, Josh. That's overall the answer to it. This morning, you might still want it a little bit, but as we move towards the weekend, things are really going to improve in terms of temperatures out there, but the improvement starts even today. Here we are. Wind chills this morning are into the mid-30s. Yesterday, wind chills were into the mid-low teens and low 20s. So we're already seeing a dramatic improvement there. So as you head out the door, yeah, you probably still want a jacket. You're still going to want the sunglasses, no umbrella, but by the afternoon, things do get a lot better for us. Doppler track overall quiet across southern Wisconsin. It will stay that way at least until about Sunday into Monday. Temperatures are into the 30s. Some spots are at 40. Camp Douglas, well, you're the only spot at 40. Madison flirting with it at 39. 32 for Janesville and Monroe. Platteville at 31. And we have no communities that are into the 20s this morning. But as we look ahead, temperatures have the room to drop to about 35, then we'll start to see them jump up the other direction, 50 by the time we get towards noon. Look at all that sunshine expected in the forecast.
We love those sunny skies. Thank you, Chris. Continuing coverage this morning, the 3 temporary restraining orders filed against the Baraboo School District's athletic director are now dismissed.
Initially, the parents of a group of high school students filed them against James Langkamp last week. They also called for his resignation after they said the students were forced out of a car by Langkamp and other adults. Police say the kids were involved in homecoming-related activities during this whole situation. Several adults were arrested, including Langkamp. Court records show one man was charged with disorderly conduct. Langkamp and a third man have not been charged, though. One of the students is a member of the Ho-Chunk Nation. Tribal leaders now calling on federal officials to investigate this as a potential bias incident.
To Campaign 2022 this morning, Democratic Senator Bernie Sanders will visit Wisconsin in the coming weeks ahead of the midterm election. Senator Sanders will stop in Madison, Eau Claire, and La Crosse on November 4th, and then in Oshkosh on the 5th. During his visit, Senator Sanders will encourage college students and other young voters to vote in what are expected to be contentious races for governor and U.S. Senate. Crime continues to be a top issue for voters this fall, so to no surprise, it's been a key part of campaign ads.
We've seen continued attacks against Governor Evers, specifically about the work of his parole commission. Political reporter Will Keneally explores those claims in his News 3 Now reality check.
There are a couple of similar ads focusing on Evers' records on paroles and pardons, but we're going to focus on this ad looking at his record on paroles. It's bought by a PAC affiliated with the Republican Governors Association.
The judge called it the most heinous crime he'd ever seen.
This is a testimonial from Janine Peters, whose sister Kathleen Beletsky was murdered by her husband in the 1980s.
And the killer was sent to jail for life. But Tony Evers' parole commission set him free.
This is true. Carl Beletsky was released on parole in 2019 after serving 36 years in prison. So how does parole work in Wisconsin? In 2000, Wisconsin's law changed. Anyone convicted after 2000 is required to serve their full sentence of initial confinement. A judge decides when after that they can be eligible for release on extended supervision. Those convicted before 2000 must meet certain conditions for parole. At minimum, they need to serve at least a quarter of their sentence. And in most cases, they have to be let out after serving 2/3 of their sentence. So that category between 1/4 and 2/3 of their sentence is what's called discretionary parole. And that's the category that Bilecki fell in. He also needed to meet a series of criteria: that he served enough time to warrant the punishment of his sentence, and that he is no longer a threat to the public. He made his case before the state's parole commission, which is appointed by the governor. And that's another criticism from the ad.
And they didn't even tell us.
This has been a pervasive criticism of the Evers Parole Commission, that they have not notified victims' family or gotten their input as part of the parole process.
He has not served enough time.
Earlier this year, the family of murder victim Johanna Balsavich directly petitioned the governor, asking him not to let her killer out on parole. Evers lobbied his parole commission, and the Balsavich parole was eventually rescinded. The governor later asked the chair of his parole commission at the time to resign.
Under Evers, hundreds of other violent criminals have been released early.
This could use some clarification. As of this September, the Evers Parole Commission has granted more than 400 discretionary paroles to prisoners in Wisconsin. That's a little bit of a faster pace than the Walker administration, who granted more than 600 discretionary paroles in his 8 years in office. With this reality check, I'm Will Keneally.
You can see our full series of reality checks online at channel3000.com.
6:06 right now. Gas prices have been dropping throughout the last few months, but recent news from overseas are sending them right back up again. President Biden will be releasing 15 million barrels of oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. The White House says the move is meant to act as a wartime bridge to increase oil supplies while the U.S. ramps up domestic production.
A Wisconsin taxpayer group is asking the U.S. Supreme Court to step in and temporarily block President Biden's student loan forgiveness program. The lawsuit is from the Brown County Taxpayers Association, again, here in Wisconsin. The application for the student loan forgiveness officially opened this week.
New this morning, with substance abuse on the rise around Wisconsin, the state is starting an initiative called Real Talk Wisconsin. This campaign aims to reduce and prevent substance use through supportive relationships. The initial phase is a series of pages on the DHS website educating Wisconsinites. Looking ahead, they will be adding video guides and printed materials as well. This campaign is building off of the Small Talks initiative that aim to reduce underage drinking. Anyone struggling with substance abuse can call 211 or log on to addictionhelpwi.org.
More local news now. For the first time in 3 years, the Madison Fire Department is hiring. It's now accepting applications for full-time firefighter and EMT positions. Applications are open. They'll be accepted until the end of November.
A Wisconsin company celebrating a major milestone this month. It was 150 years ago when Kimberly-Clark first opened its doors in Neenah. Starting with a single mill in 1872 rather, the company now generates billions in annual sales. To celebrate the occasion, Kimberly-Clark presented the Neenah Joint School District a check for $150,000. Coming up on 6:08, and we're working for the weekend in the 6:08 this morning. A preview of some of the happenings, including UW Homecoming.
And the community of Lodi doing something good. How you can get involved in the initiative.
The price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Join us at the Madison Fall Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns. Visit and get inspired for your 2023 building and remodeling projects. Go to MadisonParadeOfHomes.com and purchase your tickets today.
If you overdraw your account, Wells Fargo gives you an extra day grace period to avoid the overdraft fee. What if everything came with a grace period? Like accidentally parking where you shouldn't.
Hey, what about this one? That one gets an extra day. Somebody got lucky.
Like having an extra day grace period? When it comes to overdrafts, you can with Wells Fargo.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Get a $500 cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine when you purchase. Plus, current Chevy owners can get an additional $2,500 loyalty cash. And now during truck season, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward a new Chevy truck with accessories.
Jurassic Quest is back and bigger than ever. Celebrate Halloween weekend at Jurassic Quest. Come dressed in your favorite costume for a chance to win a prize. And join us for Trick or Treat, starting October 28th in Madison. Buy tickets in advance for best selection at JurassicQuest.com.
I'm Sheriff Jim Johnson. I'm Sheriff Eric Severson. We've got the real story on Mandela Barnes. Barnes wants to defund our police, but he spent over $600,000 of your money on police protection for himself. Barnes wants to eliminate bail for violent felons, and his administration has already released over 800 criminals, including 44 child rapists. Take it from us. Mandela Barnes policies are a threat to your family.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
At Diamond Select, our on-site goldsmith can create a beautiful one-of-a-kind piece. Whether it's repurposing an old ring or creating from a picture online, we're here to help you create jewelry of your dreams. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. Our favorite part of the week, creeping closer in the 608.
A lot going on this weekend. I know Leah's most excited, of course. Wisconsin homecoming.
Yes, it's about time, and perfect weather for it.
It is perfect weather. We've got our red on because we're actually going to be live out there tomorrow morning, which we'll get into here in a little bit. But a lot to look forward to this weekend in the 608. The 112th UW-Madison homecoming celebrates everything Badger with many exciting activities and, of course, all those traditions. Alumni are invited to support the UW by wearing red like we are this week, posting their pride on social media and taking part in Fill the Hill. That's the annual tradition that provides crucial financial support to UW. As mentioned, Leah and I will be live out there on Bascom Hill tomorrow morning with more on the festivities happening this weekend. Wisconsin hosts Purdue for the big game Saturday afternoon.
So excited for tomorrow morning. It's going to be a fun show.
It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
There's always so much excitement. I mean, football in general around Madison, but this is going to be a very, very special weekend. Yeah. Well, how about this way to celebrate all of the fall color right now? Local nonprofit Get Kids Outside is hosting Leaf Magic for Kids. It's happening Saturday from 1 to 2:30 in the afternoon at Warner Park Rainbow Shelter. There will be a naturalist there describing what makes leaves turn color and the differences of leaves here in the 608. Well, it is the final weekend of the Madison area Fall Parade of Homes. Tickets are still available this morning. Something to check out here. Parade hours are Friday from 3 to 7 and Saturday and Sunday 11 to 6. The event this time features 21 parade homes built by 17 local builders. Remember, we are your home for events happening in the 608. You can visit our section on channel3000.com for more of our features. You can also check out the community calendar in partnership with Madison Magazine.
Yeah, so tomorrow you're going to have to tune in. We're going to be bringing you all of the fall or the homecoming festivities that you can take part in with your family on campus.
Yeah, last year I was out there on Bascom Hill. The weather was much different. Remember, it was like rainy, it was windy, it was cold, but we still had fun with it. Of course, like homecoming, there's always so much excitement that kind of warms your heart anyways. But I think like that's going to help the turnout of everything this weekend. Just the fact that we're looking at like temperatures in the low 70s. Like what?
The parade on Friday night. Oh my gosh, how fun. Oh,
what a fun weekend on tap.
We took Bascom to the parade last year and she was a little overwhelmed. Now she's a little older. Maybe she can handle it.
I think we need to be live with Bascom on Bascom Hill tomorrow morning.
I'm going to ask Zach to bring her. No promises.
I mean, we can just carpool. I'll swing by. We'll throw Bascom in the back of the Jeep. It's fine.
You are not going to allow my shedding dog into your brand new
I love
vehicle.
how you're pulling that out.
Yeah, right. He
We'll
doesn't let me in that car.
I'll drive to your house. We'll take your car with Bascom.
I'll have to clean it out first.
Yeah. There's no room for me.
Plenty of dog hair already in my car. I'm not quite as clean as you. We digress. We do want you to tune in tomorrow morning. Again, we're talking all all things homecoming festivities that your family can take part in. We also talked to ESPN Madison to get a preview of the game, what it means for the rest of the season going forward, what it means for Leonard as potential head coach.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of shenanigans we get into tomorrow morning.
It's going to be trouble.
You never know. Live TV, folks. Lee and Josh, look out. Remember to let me know what inspires you in the 608. Let's have some fun with this. You can reach out with your ideas either on social media. There's my handle, and also email in the 608 at WISC-TV.com. Well, the owners of a newly opened flower shop in Lodi are spreading a little love.
Yeah, they are. Prairie Winds Flower Market just recently opened. This is over on Main Street in Lodi. They hosted a pet.
Today is Petal It Forward Day. We are giving out flowers to people to spread kindness, and so we wanted to recognize the teachers. You get two. Thank you. This Petal It Forward movement, we are just handing 2 bouquets, and then they get to decide who they would like to give the flowers to. You know, we stopped at the police station and gave out some flowers, and City Hall as well, and we have more, so to be able to create smiles on their faces and then knowing that they're going to do the same thing and petal it forward.
The person giving the flowers gets just as much joy as giving as receiving flowers. So it's kind of a two-way street.
We love flowers so much and what they can do and offer people. We wanted to continue to have that in Lodi.
When we purchased the floral shop and opened it up, there were many of the Lodi residents that came in and said, "I'm so glad you're a flower shop." So it is an important part of the community, and we're happy to continue and build on that community spirit.
The best part is hearing all the stories that come in and learning about the history of the building that we're in. Prior to this floral shop, and quite some time ago, there was a floral shop ran by teachers. Since I am a teacher and appreciate all that teachers do and how things have gone the past couple of years, it's just nice to be able to spread kindness through flowers and celebrate our heroes in this community for sure. As the kids and my family and everybody knows how special teachers are, and you guys are amazing to work with. So this is just kind of our way to petal it forward to all of you.
Beautiful effort there, doing something good in Lodi.
Yeah, Chris Reese here now with your certified most accurate forecast on a Thursday morning. Tracking some wind chills out here. Hopefully we can take a break from these maps, though, the next few days.
For a few days, we will be able to. And the point I want to make is the fact that wind chills are a lot warmer than they were at this same time yesterday. The wind chill in Camp Douglas, it's at 40. Meanwhile, the wind chill, Janesville coming in at 26. So there's a little bit of a difference there. 39 right now in Madison. We have a wind chill of 36. Winds have kicked up out of the south and west at about 5 miles per hour. But that southwest wind is going to help to warm things up as we go throughout today. So lots of 20s and 30s all across southern Wisconsin and in the Madison metro. But one of the clear things that you see is that Doppler track is dry, not just in the Madison metro, but for all of us here across southern Wisconsin, we will continue to see a dry Doppler track. I want to put things in motion. Keep in mind that this model is obsessed with cloud cover, but lunchtime will be sunny. Temperatures are at 50 degrees at that point. We keep pushing things forward. We get towards the peak heating at the afternoon. More sunshine. Again, the model obsessed with cloud cover. More sunshine. We'll be right around 56 degrees. And then some spots could make it towards 60 today. That's something to watch for. Overnight tonight, we'll cool back down into the 30s. But then tomorrow, even more sun and temperatures that are warmer because your winds will be even stronger out of the south and west. That's going to help things top out at 71 for your high tomorrow. So I've shown you this one all week with reason. Just like I get you ready for every cool down, I'm getting you ready for the warm up. We are going to see that shot of warmer temperatures that moves in here for the weekend, followed up with some cooler air that's going to try to work its way in by the time we get towards the middle of next week. So from mid-70s back down to upper 40s, even some 50s as we move towards next week. But I am not expecting any snowflakes as we move towards next week. Temperatures finally coming back down close to average as cooler than average weather starts to take hold towards the west, and we will have equal chance of being above or below normal when it comes to precipitation as we begin to look ahead. So again, fairly normal weather for this time of the year. 74 on Sunday, back to 68 for the high on Monday, but I do want to stress that happens likely around midnight, and then temperatures will continue to fall into the 50s by Monday afternoon. We'll see a chance for showers and thunderstorms there. Tuesday into the 50s, 40s again by next Wednesday.
All right, hang on tight with those temperatures. Thanks, Reese. Straight ahead for us on a Thursday morning to look at what costumes are expected to be big hits this Halloween.
It's just about 6:20. News 3 Now this morning. We'll be right back.
Closed captioning sponsored by Community Shares of Wisconsin's Workplace Giving Campaign.
Cobison Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Most senators couldn't tell you the cost of a gallon of milk. Thanks, Ruben. Or how much beef has gone up this year. But I'm not like most senators or any of the other millionaires running for Senate. My mom was a teacher and my dad worked third shift. I know how hard you work. And I know that by bringing manufacturing home, we create jobs and we lower costs. If we want to change Washington, we got to change the people we send there. I'm Mandela Barnes and I approve this message.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead cost.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Reviews are very important. It really reflects on how we're handling customers at Precision Door. It's feeling like I'm helping out my neighbor. Quality service quickly from a name you can trust.
Precision Door service, a name you can trust.
Clean, safe, fun. I wanted it all when we needed daytime care for Mom. Oh, Grace's new adult day center is so nice. Now she goes twice a week while I'm at work and loves it.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Over 800 convicted criminals released. 270 murderers and attempted murderers released. 44 child rapists released. Tony Evers' parole commission has released hundreds of violent criminals early, including some of the worst killers in Wisconsin history. Evers' liberal policies are making our communities less safe. Tony Evers put criminals first and our family's safety last.
Cobison Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobison, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobison.com to apply.
Welcome back. This is one of my favorite My Mornings. Absolutely stunning. Picture by Wendy capturing a wave in process, creating a little rainbow.
I know. I like to say Wendy captured a picture of a windy day because let's be honest, you didn't get this splash at James Madison Park without the wind.
You always know that it's a windy day when you see that splashing going on too, because you can obviously see the Whitecaps. This would be a chilly moment to be on James Madison Park for sure.
You better believe it.
Look at that rainbow.
One of the first memories I have with James Madison Park, it was windy like this, but temperatures were below freezing and it created all that ice.
Oh yeah.
That was like my first winter here.
Isn't it? Oh, I love those pictures too. Wendy, keep an eye on this spot. Send us some wintry pics too once the season comes. Not that we're wishing for it, most of us. When
Most of us.
Yeah. Two of us on this couch want something than the other.
Stop talking about winter. Make sure you send in your pictures with the hashtag MyNews3Morning so we can share them around this time. 624, superheroes and mythical beings. Apparently the must-have costumes this year.
Yeah, Google Trends used its Frightgeist tool to create the list, analyzing the most searched costume ideas nationwide. Taking the #1 spot was The Witch, followed by Spider-Man. Fairies and vampires were also popular, along with Batman. Characters who found renewed interest on network and streaming shows also garnered attention, including those from Stranger Things, Hocus Pocus, and Chucky.
None of y'all better be dressing as Chucky.
No way.
Come Halloween Day.
No way.
That's just child's play.
You guys will be in trouble.
So our producer Devin and I have a really great relationship right now. He always lets me know what the kicker is going to be, so I know what socks to wear. So today I've got the candy corn socks. Yeah. I wake up to a message from him every morning like, hey, we've got a Halloween kicker today. So we've got the candy corn socks on this morning. So I always know.
That's really cute. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. Oh, we're gonna zoom in. We're gonna zoom into my socks, showing off my feet. Give the people what they want.
I will say, Josh's socks are always a topic of conversation.
They are.
Well, and it's fun for me because, you know, I get to sit on the desk. Obviously, it's a treat to be in studio with you guys, but I get to show them off. When I'm out in the field, it's a little bit harder than, hey, Mark Schilling, you want to show off my legs here?
I'm sure you'd work it in some way.
I would somehow. You guys know that. But, yeah, happy Halloween. It's almost here.
I got to give a little shout out to our floor director, Andrew, here, because I made a joke, and he was the only one who got it.
Was he
said,
giggling
none of you should dress up as Chucky. And I said, that's child's play. And see,
I don't get it.
You all don't know.
Is this a good way to segue to the weather?
Yeah, child's play is recess later on. To the bus stop.
Oh, boy.
30s headed to the bus stop. Midday temperatures will be into the 40s. Double nickels headed home.
I still don't get it. Do you get it?
I'll explain it to you.
We have 3 minutes to figure it out.
We'll be right back, folks.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's the Hy-Vee Red Hot Weekend 99-cent sale. This Friday through Sunday. 8-ounce pork chops, only 99 cents. Hy-Vee peanut butter, only 99 cents. And Ragu, only 99 cents. Scan the code, get deals. Only at Hy-Vee.
Did you know Tim Michaels encourages violence from his supporters?
People should just be ready to get out in the streets with pitchforks and torches.
He's extremely divisive.
I don't care who I offend.
Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as governor?
Helpful hints for you from Meineke. It's important to monitor the tread level and tire pressure on your car's tires. Don't wait until it's too late. Stop into Meineke and get your tires inspected today. If you need new tires, we have a special offer for you. Get free mounting and balancing of 4 new General or Continental brand tires with purchase of our complete tire installation package. That's a savings of almost $100. Our tire installation package includes mounting and balancing, road hazard, tire disposal, and wheel alignment. Set up your appointment at Meineke.com today.
Menards is the one-stop shop for everything you need. Get truckload savings on items you use every day. Save on your favorite cleaning supplies from Procter & Gamble. They deliver quality products from brands you can trust, like Dawn, Tide, and Bounty. All 11% off. Improve the air quality in your home with Best Air brand allergen air filters. They help reduce pollen, pet dander, dust, lint, and more. Now all 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Jurassic Quest is back and bigger than ever. Celebrate Halloween weekend at Jurassic Quest. Come dressed in your favorite costume for a chance to win a prize. And join us for Trick or Treat, starting October 28th in Madison. Buy tickets in advance for best selection at JurassicQuest.com.
When you prefer dream vacation over a rental nightmare, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay.
For the plunge you never thought they'd take. For the day you never thought would come. For all the years that have come and gone.
For all those special moments that make life worth living. Diamond Select Stoughton.
Tim Michaels' company has been sued numerous times for sexual assault and harassment. Women said they were groped and pressured to have sex with their bosses. Those who spoke out were fired. Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as governor?
It's the Hy-Vee Red Hot Weekend 99-cent sale this Friday through Sunday. Mars fun-size candy, only 99 cents. Avocados, 2 for only 99 cents. And Hy-Vee instant oatmeal, only 99 cents. Scan the code, get deals, only at Hy-Vee.
This morning, Darrell Brooks set to take the stand as he represents himself in the case of the Waukesha parade tragedy.
And forward Madison making moves to Milwaukee? Well, kind of. The new professional soccer team putting roots down in Wisconsin.
We're going to do this again. Everybody say good morning to the Capitol.
Good morning, Capitol.
It's going to be a beautiful day. We're going to get you out the door. Coming up, we're talking about a big warm-up.
Professor Reese, giving us a little bit of a weather lesson today in his bow tie. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning.
Good to be with you on a Thursday morning, Friday Eve, Friday Junior, whatever you like to call it. This is the time of the week where we start to we're there. We're getting there. Yep.
Easier to slide in when the weather is as such.
You guys are going to be off the rails tomorrow, and I'm ready for it.
When are we not?
I know. I was going to say, we already are this morning, but it is starting to warm up today. That's the big thing to really talk about. So get out the door. Get ready for a warm-up. Yes, you'll still probably want a jacket or coat at least today, but it'll be so much warmer this afternoon. Leave the umbrella at home. Grab the sunglasses. You're going to need them. One, the future is bright. Two, you look cool. Why not? Here's what to expect as you plan out your day. 50 by the time we get you towards noon. We'll top out at 56. Keep in mind, that's 10 degrees warmer than where we topped out yesterday, where the high was only 46. So we're really adding to it. Tomorrow will be even warmer. So we're starting that warming trend. Yesterday at this time, our temperature was in the 20s. We're at 39 now. Winds out of the west and southwest at 5 miles per hour, but the dew point is down at 18, so the air is dry. So you are at risk for nosebleeds today. Keep that in mind. You also are more likely to have that scratchy, itchy throat. It is the dry air. Also lotion, Vaseline, all those things to keep the skin moisturized. Your chapstick, grab that as you head out. Other temperatures are actually into the low 30s and upper 20s around the Madison metro. Wanakee at 29, 29 in Stoughton. So some of us are just a little bit cooler than right there in the city where the concrete has kept us just a little bit warmer. But we all will warm up into the 50s, so your highs later on this afternoon. 57 for Oregon, Verona, Mount Horeb, Madison, your forecast high is 56. Cooling back down, though, into the 30s overnight tonight. Partly cloudy skies stay in play. Then we get towards tomorrow. Look at that, 70, 71. It's going to feel good.
That looks gorgeous. And I'm glad you mentioned that dryness out there, because I thought, is this just me? It's hard to talk. And even during my workout yesterday, it was hard to breathe. It just doesn't feel right.
I know, and I'm sure someone out there was like, oh no, is this COVID symptoms? The air's dry.
Okay.
The air is dry.
Well, thank you for letting us know that.
Yep.
Thank you, Reese. 6:32 right now. The prosecution against the Waukesha Christmas parade tragedy says it will wrap up its case this afternoon, setting up Darrell Brooks to lay out his own defense today.
The accused driver representing himself, of course. The trial has already seen a number of delays because Brooks keeps speaking out in the courtroom.
I wouldn't be able to do that.
Your objection is noted. It's overruled. Go ahead, Attorney Opper.
So that needs to stop happening.
In addition to the all right, I'm going to excuse the jury.
Just yesterday, Judge Jennifer Darrow had the jury removed from the courtroom after Brooks spoke while prosecutors were questioning a witness. You just heard her right there. Brooks also argued with the judge, accusing her of trying to make him look bad.
The jury out. I'm not going to argue with you.
Then don't. Because I'm not arguing with you either. I'm stating facts.
You're raising your voice. It's
because
very
I'm tired of you always making a record.
At me.
You're making a record of me trying to look bad. I know what you're trying to do. It's not going to work.
The state has already served 12 subpoenas to Brooks in his self-representation defense case.
Happening tonight, the Dane County Board will hear a budget proposal to add 1 additional detective and 2 crime analysts to the sheriff's office to create a human trafficking task force within the department. Human trafficking on the mind of citizens after the Madison Police Department Special Victims Unit arrested a man they say trafficked and sexually assaulted multiple children. 36-year-old Zachariah Singletary is facing numerous charges, including 4 counts of trafficking a child. Local advocates making it clear the crime does not look like the kidnapping and abduction you see in movies. Many victims are approached at confusing ages or parts of life.
The traffickers are going to take advantage of that and groom them. They'll groom them with compliments, they'll groom them with gifts, they will groom them with promises.
The grooming leads to control, and advocates say those are signs you could look out for in juveniles with older people who aren't parents or guardians. Meanwhile, that Dane County budget meeting is scheduled for 5 o'clock tonight.
As UW-Madison counts its largest freshman class in history, one student's social media post about a lack of affordable housing is going viral. She took to TikTok to share her thoughts on students trying to find housing for the next school year. With over 80,000 views, she says Madison isn't prepared for the students who live off campus.
With diversity, the university has to be prepared for that. They're not prepared for all different people in different walks of life to come here if you don't have affordable housing.
No one can afford it, and they're only building more luxury apartments. Like, what college student needs all those amenities?
We touched base with UW, the university responding it doesn't have any oversight of off-campus housing.
New this morning, the state of Wisconsin announcing it will be receiving over $140 million in federal funding to improve wastewater and drinking water infrastructure. It's coming from the bipartisan infrastructure law signed last November. $79 million is going to the state revolving loan fund that combines Wisconsin's clean water and safe drinking water loan. The rest of the money will go to replacing leaf service lines and addressing PFAS contamination.
Around Wisconsin, Milwaukee now home to the newest professional soccer team in the state. The city announcing the new team and stadium in the Iron District.
The heart of the Iron District will be a soccer-specific stadium, up to about 8,000 seats, and that'll be kind of the focus of the development. Around that will be hotel, housing, music venue, other retail elements.
You might recognize Connor Kaloya there. That's because the Milwaukee team ownership is the same group that started Forward Madison. The U.S. Championship League team will play at a higher level than Forward Madison, though. It's the second highest level of professional soccer in the States. They'll have the chance to compete against major league teams, too. The stadium expected to open in 2025. Looks pretty slick.
It's been fun to see how soccer has grown with the support of fans over the last few years, especially. I mean, all over the Midwest, from the Twin Cities to here, now to Milwaukee. Really cool to see that fan base.
They're serious fans, too. The Flamingos here in Madison,
Yeah.
The Flock, they take it real seriously.
It's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, very
good
cool.
for them. All right, 6:36 right now. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside. This is East Washington Avenue looking towards the Capitol this morning. No issues out on the roadways, but we are monitoring the first warn traffic maps. Chris Reese is also tracking a big warm-up as we head into the weekend.
And how Hurricane Ian continuing to impact the U.S. and us here in Wisconsin with prices at the grocery store.
Looking at mattresses?
I'm just looking.
Jump on it, roll on it.
No.
Just pretend I'm not here. You have any questions?
Buying a mattress can be uncomfortable.
She seemed nice.
That's why Slumberland has modernized the process. Slumberland. Mattress shopping reinvented.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
These guys will buy our house without even seeing it.
Online buyers make offers that seem attractive at first, only to lower or cancel at the last minute. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
I'll never forget January 6th, watching my fellow law enforcement officers defending the Capitol, defending our freedoms, defending democracy, and then 5 officers died. But Ron Johnson is making excuses for rioters who tried to overthrow our government, even calling them peaceful protests. Johnson defended Donald Trump's lies and even supported efforts to make it harder for some people to vote at all. Senator Johnson's just not for us.
And Citizens United is responsible for the content of this ad.
You heard the Jingle Man, Wisconsin. That means it's time to get a versatile, rugged, athletic SUV that makes you feel like you just won a title. Again. Honda was just crowned KBB.com's best value brand for the 7th year in a row. So get up and go to your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin. Bring it home, Songbird.
Get up and go! I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
All units, all units. Reports of an abortion at Central Hospital. Officers needed to detain doctor.
If Ron Johnson has his way, he wouldn't just ban abortions. Doctors could go to jail for it.
And Johnson's tried for over a decade. He even co-sponsored a bill with no exceptions for rape, incest, or the life of the woman, and said if women don't like an abortion ban, they can just move. But it's Ron Johnson who doesn't belong in Wisconsin.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe these guys will buy our house.
What could go wrong?
Like rookie home buyers who can lower or cancel offers without notice. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
Right now at Slumberland Furniture, you'll get 30% off all living room furniture. Yup, sofas, sectionals, tables, recliners, and more. All 30% off. Plus 30% off select mattresses and 20% off everything else. On now at Slumberland Furniture.
News 3 Now brought you the only debate between Governor Tony Evers and challenger Tim Michels, focusing on the important issues facing Wisconsin and our nation. Committed to giving you a clear and objective view of campaign 2022. News 3 Now, your local election headquarters.
The candidates for Wisconsin Attorney General face off in a live debate. Join us as Attorney General Josh Call and District Attorney Eric Toney debate in a Campaign 2022 special.
October 27th at 4 p.m. on News 3 Now, your local election headquarters. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. Our favorite part of the week, creeping closer in the 608, and it is a busy weekend, isn't it, Josh?
I love how you say creeping because it is spooky season.
It is indeed. Getting closer to Halloween.
Yeah, getting closer. I mean, we're almost to the end of October. Like, the holidays are right around the corner.
Year flew by. We're 3/4 of the way through
I know,
the year.
it is insane. But hey, there's a lot going on this weekend, so let's get right to it. We, of course, talked about UW Homecoming, a lot other things going on. Happening this weekend and next, the Oak Hill Cemetery tours are back in Janesville. We featured this last year in the 608. Pretty unique event sponsored by the Rock County Historical Society. This year, you have the opportunity to discover the stories behind 8 local people who should have been commemorated for, with buildings and roads named after them. Tour dates are October 22nd and 29th from noon to 4 o'clock. Those tours are outdoors at the cemetery. Madison Ballet returns to the Kids in the Rotunda stage on Saturday for an off-stage and personal look at what it's really like to be a dancer. You can take part in a ballet class warm-up, see the dancers practice their bar and center floor work, and watch a rehearsal up close. Remember, each Saturday there are free 45-minute performances at 9:30 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. I love that song.
So do I.
Happening Friday and Saturday this week and next, the Highland Haunted Hayride, which is haunting for a cause again this year. We featured them last spooky season in the 608 in Leah's neck of the woods. The hayride and fundraiser and group activity for the local Country Cardinals 4-H Club, so it goes to a good cause. Tickets cost $5 each and will be sold each night starting around 6 o'clock. Tickets are not sold in advance, so make sure you go there. Those last tickets will be sold around 10 o'clock. Remember, we are your home for events happening in the 608. You can visit our section on channel3000.com for more of our features. You can also visit the community calendar with our friends over at Madison Magazine. The Highland Haunted Hayride, I know it's a big hit for the Lynchide family.
You know, they put that puts Highland on the map, honestly. People know where Highland is because of the Haunted Hayride. And the Yeager family puts it on. I have to say, a lot of that money also goes to a scholarship in honor of their late son, Alex. So the money going toward really great causes here.
I think that's the beautiful way when you look at that is, like, not only is this a local event, but it is also supporting local, and that impact is making a difference. That's what we're all about.
Yeah, I would love, if you guys go, please send me some pictures. I would love to feature them here on maybe My News 3 Morning. We haven't gotten any Highland pictures in a while, so.
It's time.
Yeah, it's time.
It is time. Come on, Highland.
Haunted Hayride. Make sure you get out there, folks. 45 minutes from the Madison's west side.
Remember to let me know what inspires you here this fall spooky season. You can reach out either on social media. There's my handle, and also email.
Chris Reese coming in clutch with a gorgeous weekend forecast in his first warned weather to help us out. Get out there and enjoy all the festivities.
Yeah, weather's going to be pretty fantastic for you this weekend, and it starts today when we begin to see improvements. Right now, you're looking at East Wash and Blair Street. Traffic pretty smooth right now. All is well for the morning commute and the evening commute. No weather-related issues are anticipated as you begin to head out and hit the roadways. In fact, your traffic map's all green throughout the Madison Metro this morning. So let's keep it that way. Some other good news, and this is what Leah was talking about. Look at how much warmer we are compared to 24 hours ago. 10 degrees warmer in Madison, 11 degrees warmer for the Dells and Watoma, 19 degrees warmer in Camp Douglas. Tomorrow will be even warmer than where we are now when it comes to the morning. So this is some good news. Temperatures soar us mainly into the 30s and 20s. We do have a couple spots a little bit warmer. Madison is one of them at 39. 38 in Watoma. Camp Douglas is at 40. It's 29 this morning in Platteville, though. Wind chill's a little bit cooler, but only by a couple degrees. It feels like 36 as you begin to head out the door. Yesterday at this time, it felt like 21. So it feels a lot warmer. We're looking at the lake effect snow machine still kicking on throughout parts of the UP, but we're staying dry throughout southern Wisconsin, and that's the case today, tomorrow, the next day, and for the start of Sunday. By Sunday afternoon and evening, we begin to see a little bit of a change. Some of those rain chances come our way, so enjoy what we have while we have it. 56 is your forecast high this afternoon. Don't be surprised if some of you, especially the driftless region, love you guys. Don't be surprised if you guys make it up towards about 60 later on this afternoon. Tonight we'll cool back down into the 30s. Tomorrow we are warming things all the way up into the 70s for everyone. When it comes to your afternoon highs, winds will stay out of the south as we move throughout tomorrow too. Before we get towards Saturday, well, let's just say there's more where that came from. We've been watching the warmth build to the south, and now it's starting to move in for the weekend. That's here to stay for at least a couple of days before the cooler air starts to work its way back in. Temperatures fall all day on Monday. Tuesday, we're staying in the 50s. Wednesday, we're in the 40s. Your best rain chances, though, arrive again late Sunday night into Monday, and then by Tuesday and Wednesday, there are small chances to see some showers, but they're rather slight. Wednesday looks to be the coolest day of the forecast with a high of 48 and lows going down into the mid-30s.
Hey, we'll hold on to those 70s for a couple of days, Chris.
Yeah, we're going to hang on and enjoy it.
Thank you very much. 6:45 in Florida, citrus dealers are dealing with the realities post-Ian that could impact your prices at the grocery store. More than 375,000 acres in Florida are devoted to oranges, fueling a nearly $6.7 billion industry for the state. Orange production, though, already down 30% from the last season, and now estimates put citrus losses from Ian as high as $300 million. That means orange juice prices could see a jump close to 20%.
California is now the #1 producer of oranges, but I would anticipate probably next year is when you're going to start hearing about how they have a shortage also, and that's because they just don't have enough water.
Economists peg Hurricane Ian's total damage to agriculture as high as $1.56 billion. It's also affecting livestock, and it's killed thousands of bees that are essential to many growers.
A first warn traffic for you. If you're headed downtown today, there is a walking parade happening around the Capitol Square. It could slow down your drive. Madison Mayor Sati Rose Conway is working with the Wisconsin Youth Company and some other groups to put on the Lights On After School Parade. It's highlighting the importance of after-school programming, and it's actually a nationwide day of action. The parade starts at the Forward statue at 10 o'clock this morning.
All right, it is 6:47 on your Thursday. Coming up in the morning sprint, an investigation into leaked photos of the UW volleyball team.
But first, on this October 20th, we want to say happy birthday to all of the kids turning 3 today. Thanks for watching News 3 Now this morning. Hope you have a wonderful birthday.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Warrens, Wisconsin.
With Pick and Save Fresh Perks, it's easy to get lower than low prices for the win. You also earn fuel points on every purchase to save big at the pump. Pick and Save Fresh Perks. All you do is win big savings. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee.
When I heard from my doctor, it was my worst nightmare. My baby's diagnosis was dismal, a severe abnormality, and my husband and I decided to have an abortion so our daughter wouldn't suffer. Tim Michaels thinks that decision should have been his, not ours. He wants to criminalize abortion. And if he's elected, women will lose the freedom to decide what's best for them. Tim Michaels is just way too radical for Wisconsin.
Here at Precision, we are veteran-owned, and we take pride in servicing not only our community, but serving our country as well. No job is too big and no job is too small. Here at Precision, we'll fix them all.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Wells Fargo lets you know where you stand with your FICO credit score. What if you knew where you stood with everything, like your future in-laws?
Hope you like cats.
I hope your parents like me. They're whispering.
The kitties like her.
Can they tell I'm allergic? Tears of joy.
Welcome to the family.
Like knowing where you stand? When it comes to your credit score, you can with Wells Fargo.
This ring is a commitment. After we got married, I got very sick. He would come every day to help me walk again. And now I'm back. This is a reminder
that love endures all.
Express your extraordinary love. Jared, love brilliantly.
I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
All units, all units. Reports of an abortion at Central Hospital. Officers needed to detain doctor.
If Ron Johnson has his way, he wouldn't just ban abortions. Doctors could go to jail for it. And Johnson's tried for over a decade. He even co-sponsored a bill with no exceptions for rape, incest, or the life of the woman. And said if women don't like an abortion ban, they can just move. But it's Ron Johnson who doesn't belong in Wisconsin.
At Ortho Team Clinic, we're able to provide comprehensive shoulder care to really address all the different shoulder problems that a patient may have. Listening is at the center of how we're able to treat these patients effectively.
With the Pick and Save app, no matter where you order free pickup, you get the same great deals as you'd get in our stores. So start your cart today. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Schuster's Farm, play by day.
Fright by night.
6:51, time for the morning sprint.
The UW Athletic Department is working with police this morning to investigate who might have leaked private photos and video of the women's volleyball team without their consent. The athletic department says it's aware the photos of the women that were never intended to be shared publicly are being passed around the internet right now. Police are investigating multiple crimes as a result.
A Madison School District spokesperson says a temporary heating system put in place during construction at La Follette High School this week is to blame for the sudden drop in temperatures inside the school on Tuesday. A tip to News 3 Now included a photo of a thermometer reading 50 degrees inside a classroom. They say that system couldn't keep up with the school's energy demand. It's since been fixed.
We are learning more about the man who recently turned down Madison's independent police monitor job. John Tate instead took a job as Racine's violence prevention manager. Last week he was tapped for the position here in Madison, but removed himself from consideration a few days later.
The Milwaukee Bucks on the road tonight for their first regular season game of the year. They're in Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. The Bucks will be without Chris Middleton and Pat Connaughton for the series opener because of injuries. Tip-off is set for 6:30 and will be broadcasted on TNT.
Martial law taking over parts of Russian-controlled Ukraine this morning. This after a declaration by Russian President Vladimir Putin for the 4 territories he illegally annexed in Ukraine. Russia's trying to enforce stricter control over those captured regions, but they're struggling to fully control them.
Soon, Spirit Airlines could be no more. Shareholders for the biggest budget air carrier in the U.S. have voted to accept a $3.8 billion buyout from JetBlue. The acquisition would make JetBlue the nation's 5th largest airline. The deal is likely to face scrutiny, though, from federal regulators.
A heads up as you start thinking about your holiday shopping, a Grace is going to open its annual pop-up shop next Thursday. It features new and gently used holiday items. It's open through November 26th. The shop on Stoughton Road will be open for you to peruse items from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Money raised there will go toward a Grace's community grief support services.
Badger women's hockey looking to extend their 7-game winning streak tonight at LeBon Arena. They're taking on Bemidji State, who they've beaten at home 42 times in 23 years. Puck drop for that match will be happening at 7 o'clock tonight, with their 2nd game of their series happening tomorrow night.
A federal judge says former President Trump signed legal documents challenging the results of the 2020 election that included voter fraud claims he knew to be false. The opinion ordered the release of emails between Trump and Attorney John Eastman to the House committee investigating the January 6th attack. Representatives for Trump and Eastman didn't respond to requests for comment.
Fog is to blame for a more than 60-car pileup that left one person dead in Oregon. Police say around 15 to 20 commercial vehicles and 45 passenger vehicles were involved in that crash. It happened on the interstate in Eugene. A hazmat crew had to be called in to clean leaking fluid up from the road.
Next week, more historic change coming to American coins. Actress Anna Mae Wong is the latest to be featured on the quarter as part of the U.S. Mint's American Women series. Wong, whose career spanned from 1919 through the 1950s, has been called the first Asian American film star. She now becomes the first Asian American to be featured on U.S. currency.
With the holiday shopping season quickly approaching, Walmart, Target, Best Buy, and Kohl's will be closed on Thanksgiving, a practice many companies started in response to the pandemic. Target's CEO called the move a temporary measure that is now the company's new standard. At the same time, the big retail chains are again starting discounts early this year. The hope is a longer shopping season means less impact on sales Thanksgiving Day.
Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa is revealing frightening details about the concussion he suffered last month. He says he lost consciousness following the tackle. He says he doesn't remember being carried off the field even. He is set to lead the Dolphins in his first game since clearing concussion protocol on Sunday.
Check this out. NASA's Webb telescope has captured a jaw-dropping image of the iconic Pillars of Creation. 6,500 light years away, this spectacular formation where new stars are formed was first imaged by the Hubble telescope in 1995. Although the arches and spires look solid, they are actually semi-transparent clouds of gas and dust and are ever-changing.
Temperatures over the next 10 days go on a little bit of a roller coaster ride. 56 today, 70s arrive in store for the weekend, and then watch how we get cooler as we start to move towards next week. So enjoy the warmth that we have out there this weekend. Today, we're all into the 50s. We all will see that sunshine as well. Some of us a little bit warmer into the upper 50s, 55 for Lake Mills. Overnight tonight, we'll start to cool things down into the mid-30s. Then tomorrow, check it out. More of that sunshine, more upper 60s and low 70s tomorrow. This leads us into a beautiful weekend overall. 74 by Sunday.
Looking great for UW homecoming, in which Leah and I will be live from Bascom Hill tomorrow morning. So a special live show in store for your Friday, folks. Thanks for joining us. Make it a great day. We'll see you live from campus tomorrow morning.